Hi class, I'm Elizabeth Grant and I'll be your instructor for your public speaking class this summer 2020. Yes, it's a crazy time. And so this class is going to look a little bit different than normal. Our mandatory face-to-face meetings have been turned into Zoom meetings. I'm sure you're not surprised, which does give you a lot of opportunity to be wherever you need to be this whole summer and not necessarily in the Edwardsville Godfrey area. So I just want to give you a little bit of information about where to find things this semester and to just give you a face of your instructor, because a lot of what we're going to do is just communicate via email and through Blackboard. So I think you know that you need the Speak Up Edition 4 text with a Launchpad access code. That is mandatory for the course, and you will be getting a lot of points that way. So I wouldn't necessarily sign up for the free trial because that's only going to last 30 days, and we have an 8-week course. So if you do that, it kind of complicates your grading, because then you have 2 accounts with Launchpad. So if you can just go ahead and buy the access code, that would be great. Once you do that, you're going to be set up for what's required. And the first thing to do is right under Begin here, go to Course Orientation. And when you click on the Course Orientation, there's a little bit about me, and this is where you found this video, so I guess you are there. You want to look at the outline. You want to look at the accommodations. Let me know if you have any needs. No matter how it looks, there are people working hard at Lewis and Clark this summer. We may not be physically present, but we are available to help you. So keep that in mind. If you call any of these numbers posted, those have been forwarded to wherever people are working, and you will get a call back if they don't answer. So all of the course material is handled in the units. So that's where you're going to find all the assignments, all the quizzes in the units. The units are going to open on Sundays late, and so that the units run from Monday to Sunday. So they're going to open really late Sunday night, Monday morning, and then you're going to have all week, and the due dates will be posted on the calendar. So what I would do is I would print out that calendar, because I don't use due dates in Blackboard, so you're going to have to watch the calendar and look at what's due. In this course intro, this is a really important part, you're going to see the point breakdown for the course. It is deceiving to go by the Blackboard percentage. Do not do that. Know that we keep a cumulative total points, and when you look at the percentage, that does not include work that's not turned in. So you want to make sure that at the end of the semester, this is how grades are going to be calculated. Units are going to open, and they're going to appear in reverse order. So you're just going to see a new unit open each week. There are some weeks actually that you're going to have 2 units. This is a semester-long course that is condensed into 8 weeks. So that's why you have to do some doubled up units. We will meet on Zoom 3 times. You will see the links for those posted. If something comes up and you're not available at that scheduled Zoom meeting, please let me know in advance, and I will set up a second Zoom. So we do have pretty large sections. So it could be that in my Godfrey section, I may break into 2 Zoom calls so that you're only on there a couple hours at a time. It's going to be long. There will be a lot of listening to speeches. So I'm pretty happy that these are my biggest sections ever in the summer. So I guess you're all taking advantage of the sheltering in place time. So congratulations to you. That's a smart move. But anyway, this is how the course points are going to be figured. So back to the course orientation, it's going to tell you that you have assignments, you have quizzes in each unit. So some of those are through Launchpad, and so you're going to need to use your textbook. An ebook is fine. And some of those have to do with unit material. So if there's a PowerPoint posted or a YouTube video posted, I do expect you to watch those. Remember that all of what you have to do in these units is substituting for seat time. So if you think about it, we would be in class like 4 hours a day, 2 days a week for this class to meet the obligations of a semester-long credit, 3 credit hour course. So if it seems like this a lot of work to do, it's like 8 hours of work a week. Plus, you would have had homework. So that's why I think online learning sometimes looks overwhelming, but it is meant to substitute for that seat time and the homework time. So to get started, there is a short quiz to show that you have looked over what's required in the course, and you're expected to do that this first week. Remember, print out the calendar and use it as a guide because you're not going to get constant reminders through Blackboard. Once that starts, you're going to see information housed in the units. Mine looks a little bit different because all my units are posted, but yours is just going to show one unit this week, Unit 1. And when you open that up, you're going to see a couple of discussion postings that you're supposed to do. On the introduction post, you are expected to and everything is outlined in this things to do in Unit 1. But you are expected to reply to everyone's introductory post. But on future discussion posts, you only have to reply to 3. So I hope that makes sense. And then there's a second discussion post this first week. So anything else? On speech night, you are expected to have an outline sent to me before the speech starts. So if you are in the afternoon section, I need it by noon. Your typed outline. You can email it to me, and then I'll be able to have your outline in front of me when you speak. I will be recording the Zoom sessions, and you will be sent the link so that you can watch your presentation and reflect upon it. And those will be posted under Speech Reflections, which is right here in this tab. And those are just short quizzes. They are set up as quizzes. You only have to do 2 of them, but you don't have to bring a device because Zoom will do that for you. I will have the rubric to grade you, and I will actually take a picture of the rubric and I will send it to you the next day, the day after you speak, so that you can have a printed feedback as to why you lost any points if you lost some. Another thing that you need to do, that the outline format is posted here, and you can even print this out. You can type right on it if you wanted to. Your outline should look exactly like this. So it should have a general purpose, and that just goes with the type of speech you're giving. You're giving 3 major speeches. Your first one is actually to commemorate. It's a speech of self-introduction. Second one is to inform, and your third one is to persuade. On the second Zoom meeting, we will also be doing an impromptu speech, which means that you will be asked to submit some topics, and I will pick out 2, and you will get to pick the one you want to speak about. You'll have 1.5 minutes to prepare a 1.5 minute speech. So that will be doubled up with the informative speech night. It's nothing you can prepare for, but it's a great exercise in being able to formulate thoughts on the fly without research. So you're expected just to be able to give a speech based on the opinions that you have, the knowledge that you came into that Zoom session with. And you speak impromptu all the time. Anytime you answer a question in class, anytime you're sitting at dinner and someone says, hey, what do you think about what's going on in the world? That is similar to what I'm asking you to do. And another thing that you have the 8 weeks to think about, you need to go assess an in-person speaker. Now, if that is too troublesome because of COVID, you can find a speaker online, but if you do that option, you have to do an additional step. So that is under this, it is listed as, where did I put it? I'm not quite sure, but I will find that and I will put it in the announcements so that you have, it's under speech assignments. I'm sorry, there it is. It's under speech assignments, and each speech is listed, and then the outside speaker critique. So if you are, it will explain your 2 options for that. So that's the only other thing other than speeches and unit assignments and discussions and quizzes that you have to do. And that sometimes gets away from us because, it's just out there. But I'll try to remind you on speech nights that you need to be finding an outside speaker to review. Okay, remember, I am only an email away, and I will be checking my email every weekday, probably on the weekends too, but I will get back to you as quickly as I can. If 24 hours would happen to go by and I haven't responded, please shoot me another email because that is not normal and maybe I missed it. I look forward to hearing your speeches. I look forward to being your instructor. And I wish we could meet in person. I really like that part of the online class. But since that's not doable, this is a great substitute. I also believe that speaking through technology is a skill that is going to be used in your future employment. So I think these are good skills to have. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will be posting my first speech so that you can learn a little bit more about me, and I look forward to hearing your speech of self-introduction first, too. So I'm an email away, eegrant@lc.edu. I hope we have a great summer together. Bye.